All right, let me jump back into Ecclesiasticus. I'll keep that
Mhm.
there. What verse you stop at?
Well, I was getting ready. Wait, let me go to it. We was on one. I had read up to five, so I'm on six.
Uh, uh,
Okay.
stop back at 4 and go ahead and read down.
Okay. Okay. We're back in the book of Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter one and verse three. Verse four. We're going to read. Wisdom hath been created before all things, and the understanding of prudence from everlasting.
Come. Wisdom have been created before all things, right? So it's just telling you, it be like we was talking about the infrastructures, the galaxies, the different planets, the rocks, if you want to categorize it like that. They would wisdom was here before them, and it took wisdom to create them. But keep going, sis.
Verse 5 reads, the word of God most high is the fountain of wisdom, and her ways are everlasting commandments.
Come. The word of the Most High Yahweh.
You notice it got her there, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Hey. Now people might see that and say, "Oh, God is a woman." No. No. When you look at something precious, and even just in the Hebrew language alone, when you look at things that are precious, delicate, tender, just how the Most High even considers Israel to be a wife.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
we know a man ain't no wife. But that's something precious that you protect. You want to protect, right? You
Mm-hmm.
want to preserve, and you want to watch over wife.
You're like a
That's why it's
baby,
yeah,
something helpless.
that's
Mm-hmm.
why it's worded that way.
Mm-hmm.
Just why that's why even when it comes to men, we don't look at our cars as masculine. Man, we talk to the car like a woman. She sure can move, man. Oh, she's
Mm-hmm.
700 horsepower, man. She gets up. Even when it comes to weapons, you know, and funny I'm saying this because in the Hebrew, the word Zion is the word for weapon. But if you're talking about multiple weapons, YaHaWah, you can only put a word like that in a feminine plural, but it's not referring to a woman. Something delicate, you know. It's just kind of like with language and just how the Most High looks at stuff. Something precious.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, read on.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, we're reading verse 6. To whom hath the root of wisdom been revealed, or who hath known her wise counsels? Unto whom hath the knowledge of wisdom been made manifest? And who have understood her great experience?
Okay, keep going.
There is one wise and greatly to be feared, the Lord sitting upon his throne.
Hey, everything ties back to the Most High, right? And if the Most High ain't giving you wisdom, just like if the Most High didn't create Yahweh Shai and make him a living Bible, Yahweh Shai wouldn't be Yahweh Shai. You know, it wouldn't be Christ, wouldn't be the Messiah. But that's what the Most High created and designed him to be,
Um,
right? But he always gave honor and respect right back to his Father, which we should be doing, not looking at ourselves as something extra special. You know, I've come across elders that know scriptures and precepts and you know be teaching and preaching in different languages. And respectfully, a lot of times, them elders, I come across, they always humble themselves. It's all praise to the Most High. Hey, oh brother, you did it. Hey, I'm just a vessel, and that's how we got to be. I'm just a vessel because the Most High gave us this knowledge to be able to speak in it and to go through the scriptures and break down the word. This ain't something that you could do in your own will. And we see a lot of people that do it wrong. Most of these churches they do it wrong. You know, now we speaking earlier, just to roughly mention this. Gentiles. Not every time you see the word Gentile in the Bible is necessarily referring to another nation. Most importantly, it's referring to Israel. Hey, our people that thinking that they somebody else. You know, we think we're another nation, just like being born in the U.S., a lot of people consider themselves to be Americans, but they don't all look alike. They're not all the same nation. So how could they all be the same? You know, you just attaching yourself to and labeling yourself to a place that you was born in. You know, we don't see the separation to see that they different. But other nations, they see themselves as different. You know, most of our people say, "Oh, I'm Black American. Well, I'm African American." You got other people, "Hey, I'm Chinese American." Relate back to that, to who they really are. I'm a resident in this country, but I'm truly Asian. I'm truly Chinese. That's who I am. That's my culture. That's my nationality. That's where I'm from.
Yeah. So
Born here
like
or
it.
not. Huh,
Yeah, these other nations that come here, they don't never forget where they come from. They come
yeah.
here to America and they still do their own customs. They come,
Hmm.
that's why each place have a Chinatown. Every state in the United States got a Chinatown.
And that's
They
worldwide.
mm,
Chinatown worldwide, sis.
mhm.
Everywhere.
They
Everywhere.
don't forget who they are, and we not recognized like that.
Okay. And that's
Mhm.
simply because we lost our heritage. But
Mhm.
but even though, the word is coming out and a lot of people are getting this knowledge, we're still choosing not to exercise that wisdom and hey, let's get back to who we are. A lot of us just having too much fun being wicked, man. Too much fun, right? And we forsaken the most valuable thing in our lives. It's the Most High Yahweh. We got something that nobody else has on this planet. No other nation can cry out to the Most High and get an answer. The Most High is not coming to rescue and to heal and to bandage him up, man. He's coming for us.
Yeah.
That's
Um.
something we gotta seek and we gotta consider. It's like a keep go
Yeah,
ahead.
I was gonna say, people think when they see black people, they think to be because they think we African, we came from Africa. That don't mean we was all brothers and sisters before the flood. But after the flood, that's when the Most High separated the nations through them three sons.
Mhm,
People don't know that, or even ain't trying to acknowledge that we are separate from them.
mhm. And that was always in the plan too, for it to come out the way things ended up. The Most High was always going to have His chosen people and separate us. We was never always going to be just one people. Even if we was all still speaking the same language, the Most High was going to have those boundaries set up. He's going to put His chosen people up. Everybody was created to serve. That's why in the kingdom of heaven, everything's going to go back to the original order it was created to be. Israel on top, other nations serving. Right? You don't want to serve? Hey, off with your head. Those that not have me rule over them, bring them before me and slay them. That's what YaHaWah said. I've never heard that read at church at all, but you know, it's just the scripture said. Hey, ain't no reason for me to come and try to change it and say something else, right?
Mhm.
But
Okay.
when it comes to wisdom, only the Most High Yahweh can give that wisdom, and only you can only get it from the scriptures. He has to reveal it to you, and that's where you go to seek it. If there's anything else the Most High wants you to know, He'll put it on you for you to know it.
Mhm.
But we can't be foolish thinking that hey, I'm gonna discover something. You know, just when you think that the Most High know your thoughts, man. You know,
Yeah, don't
I
listen
don't
to
know
no
nobody's
Negro that
thoughts.
ain't saying nothing that you can't go to the Bible and find.
Yeah, I don't know nobody's thoughts.
Mm.
It's like you say, sister, man, if you can't pull it out the word, and I know a Q is you put out a couple of the videos from various people that's exposing, the lies and these false religions, exposing them. You know, we know a lot of people get wrapped up in the Islam and lost, just buried in it,
Mhm.
buried, just dirt upon dirt upon dirt. You know, instead of 6 feet under, they 20 feet under. They can't get
Yeah,
out. No oxygen to the brain.
they can't accept that we've been separated by the Most High. They think that John 3:16. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that's what did it. But
Even without that, and that is a major component. But even without that, our people don't seek the Most High by themselves. They rely on somebody else to bring it to them. and to serve it up on a platter to them. Hey, here you go, son. No, this is the Most High right here on the platter. No,
Listening to
Just like in
them.
slavery.
come,
You remember the slave master used to do it, and then now uh the slave master designated one of the honorary slaves, and he would deliver it to us, and we would just listen to that slave, but we
come,
wouldn't seek them for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
come. And that's a major issue, a major issue. Great point out, Moses. That's so major, man. I could add nothing else to that comment, but that's something definitely we don't do. You know, when I was in the church and I was young, I wanted to know what is the Bible teaching. You know, what is in there? Because the few verses they will always go over, repeat from time to time. I know it's too many pages in the book. It's for me as a young youth, too many pages in the book, hundreds of pages, and I keep hearing the same thing over and over, and not hearing nothing
Mm-hmm.
new at all. It's recycling every maybe 5, 6 Sundays. Recycling,
And if you
recycling.
question them, they won't put. We got to get this man up out of here.
Man, you got
We
a
can't
demon on you,
question
brother.
nothing.
Yeah, bring in brother J and brother A to come speak some tongues to this young brother, so the
Yeah.
Holy Spirit can endow him with wisdom and knowledge. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like these churches make our people stupid, man, super
Mm-hmm.
stupid, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Then
Giving
a
they
lot of
rent
time,
money to
yeah,
be a member.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of time when you want to dialogue with people, in the church, as soon as they know that you Israelite, the conversation is over.
Mm-hmm.
It's over. So they just want you to feel something. You don't feel the spirit of God on you. No, look, no. Let's deal with the word. What do you mean feel the spirit? We're gonna feel the spirit through the word. We're not gonna sit up here and try to conjure up some demon or whatever. Nah. We're gonna deal with the word. What does the word say? Right? Oh, you what you mean you can't eat this, you can't eat that. And I,
That's
I
what
had
it
a
said.
yeah, they never changed. But in the
Mm-hmm.
New Testament it says, okay, well show me where our people show me where our people were eating these things. Show it to me. Show me when Paul put a slice of ham in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see it. Show me. Show me when YaHaWah did it. He came to do away with everything. He came to abolish the laws. Show me where he was eating it. Show me where he put on the Santa Claus suit. Right. Show me where he dressed up like an Easter bunny.
No,
Show me.
Yahushua died for us to go and eat it. And we living in the Old Testament. We in the Old Testament. The Old Testament told us not to do it. So when Yahushua died, so he died for you to go back and eat it again. That don't make sense.
Hmm. Die for us to be wicked. To give us license. That's what this kingdom is
He
doing.
ain't even have to come if you gonna do that.
Yeah. It, exactly. It would serve no purpose. Like, come on, really. And I know it's hard. It's not a simple thing to do. It's just to be walking upright every day. You might stumble here and there,
Mm-hmm.
but the point is, we got to seek the Most High daily. We got to exercise wisdom.
You gotta have a fear of the Most High, and if you still doing it and struggling, then you're not fearing the Most High enough.
Come. We got to be like that. And everybody in the scriptures, you know, that was considered to be upright and righteous, they all feared the Most High. No, nobody. There was no other way. No other way to be on a good accord with the Most High. That's it. And it is simple. It's not difficult at all. It is very simple. Yeah, you're
Mm-hmm.
going to go through challenges because you're going to have great odds against you.
I mean, we do every day by the world we live in and the company we keep.
Come,
If you isolate yourself, no, you won't have those issues. But we have to work. I mean, it's hard only because of the people we live around. Everybody's not on the same page. That's what makes it difficult.
come. We drag each other down.
Got to make personal choices. Ain't nobody's perfect. No, that's why you ask for forgiveness every day, not yesterday and then do it 2 weeks later. You got to do it every day because you don't know whether you've been messing up or not. Just by the company you keep, going to work, being out in the world, going to the grocery store, everything. Yes, everything can be. you know, possibly a sin, you just got to know this word, and be able to discern what you should be doing. I don't find it hard at all. You know, people say, "Oh, it's hard to keep it." You know, nobody keeps it. Okay, we already know nobody keeps it. You have to try. You have to do it. You
Yeah,
have to know this word. I mean, it's not an excuse for you not to do it just because you say nobody can do it. It can be done. YaHaWah did it.
kind of. You see, with those people that say that, and I guarantee you, 100%, most of the people that speak like that couldn't tell you one law outside of the Ten Commandments. Probably couldn't even tell you the Ten Commandments.
They
That
say
that's
they
that's how
following it.
ridiculous. That's how ridiculous a lot of our people are.
Yeah.
And I've asked people that church folks, um, they'll name the Ten Commandments. Okay, give me another law. Give me a law that's not inside the Ten Commandments. Something outside of that. Anything. Blank. Blank.
Mm. They argue. They will argue you down to the ground. You don't keep no commandments. Don't nobody keep no commandments. You can't keep the commandments. I said, really? You think so? It's easy. It's easy.
God. And they're
If
not
you don't even have to put
grievous.
no thought in it, if you seriously believe in this word, it shouldn't be a thought. It should be like second nature to you. Not to say that you won't fall off, but then that's when you get on your knees and you ask for forgiveness because some wicked Negro is in your ear bothering you and make you, try to, knock you off your square. Please get back on it. I don't care if you fall a million times, you get back on it. That one last time, one more time. I ask for one. Thank you for one more day to get it right.
God. God. I ain't
I
gonna say
find them
something.
entertaining, so it's fine for me.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
laugh at them.
Let me jump. Let's see. Did Jeremiah. All right, I'm gonna jump into First Kings. First Kings 4, and I think about 28. And I'm gonna come back into the Apocrypha.
1 Kings 4:28.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Just like it, verse 29. It's 29.
Okay. All right. This is the book of First Kings, chapter 4, and verse 29. And YaHaWah gave Solomon wisdom and understanding exceeding much, and largeness of heart, even as the sand that is on the seashore.
Come. Now that's a lot of wisdom and knowledge to have, right? And the scripture says that the Most High gave it to him. The source of wisdom shared that with Solomon, right? And that's not saying Solomon knew more than the Most High, but it's explaining what made Solomon so wise, because he got it straight from the Most High. That's who endowed him with that wisdom. Keep reading this. Read verse 30.
Verse 30 reads, And Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east country and all the wisdom of Egypt.
Come. So the Egyptologists who believe they know all things. Read that again, sis, verse 30.
And Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east country and all the wisdom of Egypt.
All the children of the East Country and all the wisdom of Egypt, right? But so that means he knew more than the Ethiopians, the Egyptians. Just think of every country on the eastern region, and it's mainly pointing out these two, but mainly Egypt, because Egypt has this big thing. You know what our people had this big thing with Egypt is it's the cradle of everything. All wisdom and knowledge is there. But when you read and historically about Egypt, how sick and nasty they were, right? I'm gonna see if I can find that document another time we come together. I think it's called the Metu Netu. It's a part in there where it says that they use animal semen as a flavoring agent for food.
Mm.
How wise is that? You got you got tomatoes, you got onions, garlic, you got thyme, you got all type of peppers and herbs and spices to put in food, but you exercise in wisdom, right?
That's the
I guess
devil.
it's
That's what
wise.
it is. That's a devilish.
Animal, come on. I'm gonna go a
Horrible.
little bit more into that later because I want to I'm gonna find it and pull it up and I'm gonna show it at the same time when we do it. I would do a separate lesson on that, but just think about that. And there's other things in there too.
There's some with Muhammad talking about camel piss.
Mm,
I heard of
It's something, I
that.
forget it.
Ham does that too. And this is something we can plainly see. You can go on YouTube, you go on YouTube and you can see videos with Ham just taking baths with animal piss, cows,
mm, mm,
whatever,
mm,
just sitting their head up underneath there, rubbing all over their body, all over their skin. To this day. And I ain't talking
mm,
about no people will say, oh, that was 100 years ago. No, this video was in 2018, 2020.
mm,
That's recent. That's very recent. And it don't mean all of them is doing it, but just the fact that it's happening. Because you got
mm,
to think, not
mm,
everybody in Africa, is ham. Depending
mm,
on what tribe you from, that'll show you the separation. But for the most part, majority of them keep their customs. And a lot of them customs is nasty, sick.
Hey, and real quick, I
Come.
found it. It was in the Hadith, the Al Bukhari, about the Quran, about Islam. It said the
You
climate
want
of
you want me
Medina.
to Salak, you want me to share you want to share real quick?
Nah, it ain't even worthy of sharing.
Cut, I got you. Go ahead, bring it up.
It says the climate of Medina did not suit some people, so the Prophet ordered them to follow his shepherd, um, i.e., his camels, and drink their milk and urine as medicine. So they followed the shepherd, that is, the camels, and drank their milk and urine till their bodies became healthy. Then they killed the shepherd and drove away the camels. When the news reached the Prophet, he sent some in their pursuit. When they were brought, he cut their hands and feet, and their eyes were branded with heated pieces of iron.
Mm.
mm.
So you can ask a Muslim brother, like, hey, you sick and everything. Like, yo, won't you drink some camel's milk and urine till you get healthy?
Mm,
I bet you they won't.
mm,
Oh, they could do that.
They don't believe in the Quran.
Mm-mm.
mm, mm, mm,
They know it. They know it's trash, man. They know it. It's just for us to follow and be stupid. Everything put together, like especially when it comes to Islam, it's to be a stumbling block to us. It don't matter to them if they make it or not. It's not a big deal because it's already written how things gonna play out. Those of us that come together and get ourselves right, we gonna inherit the kingdom. Those of us that don't, hey, we gonna wither away. Our
mhm,
spirit gonna, we're gonna come back as children, but you're not gonna have no knowledge of any form of thing.
mhm,
And that share that you was in, a state of mind, your conscious, that's gonna go away. Most High gonna recycle that life force, put it in another body, right?
mhm,
But this is it's a great scripture to refer to, man, when you're dealing with wisdom in the scripture, to understand what made Solomon wise. How did he get that? Now you could say it, but being in the truth is always good to prove things rather than just saying, well, yeah, God gave Solomon wisdom. Oh, where does the Bible say that? Oh, I don't know. Now we looking at it. Be showing this is what sorry, this is where it is.
No, they're gonna go hit him below the belt. Like, well, he had all them wives he wasn't supposed to have, and he did
Yeah,
this. You know, they find something he did wrong and think that it changes that he was the wisest man on earth.
yeah.
It doesn't
It,
change.
it
It
don't
don't
change.
matter what he did. That's who he was. That's
Yeah.
you know.
He's flesh and blood, right? He was, he succumbed to his flesh, but that didn't take away what he knew.
Hmm.
You got smart people out here that do dumb things. They
Hmm.
get in trouble. It happens to the best of us,
Hmm.
but it don't subtract what we know.
Yeah.
You know, it was this thing, this interview I watched it, some time back. It was this guy, he was interviewing women that used to be in the adult film industry. And a lot of them women look smart, you know. How they end up
Hmm.
in them type of lifestyles.
Hmm.
Only the most I knows, because it ain't like they can't read, write, add, subtract. And I don't
Hmm.
mean like they book smart like on a basic level. I mean they
Hmm.
very, very intelligent,
Hmm.
you know.
And that's what they think to do to get
Yeah,
money. Yeah.
yeah.
So it ain't about the money. It's something else.
They do stupidity, yeah.
Mhm.
You might have a couple of dumb ones here and there, but for the most part, out of them females that get into it, they not stupid, man. They know a lot more than you might think. Just like with Solomon. Solomon knew a lot, but he made a mistake. He made a grave error. His father even made a mistake. But the thing is, with David, David repented. David got back up, kept pushing forward. Yeah, he got punished. He it's like he got punished.
Mhm.
But regardless of that,
Christians and all of these people that's against the Bible and they just love to talk about, well, y'all wasn't listening, y'all was disobedient. It don't change what the covenant said. It
yeah,
don't matter. It's like punishing your children. Do you so you don't love them no more? You beat them. You getting a lesson. You know that's what's supposed to happen.
yeah.
You learn. You live and you learn. But it don't change what I said in the beginning.
Okay. It's all a jealousy thing,
Yeah.
right? You got to think, and I know we touched on this last weekend. It's a great situation of jealousy. All other nations wish they could be us. You know, they can't stand our guts, man. Especially a lot of the Edomite ones. They can't stand us. The pale faced devils, man.
Mhm.
But they want to be it so bad, man. They want the melanin. They want the nappy head with the
Mhm.
cornrows. They want it all, man. They taking melanin shots and doing everything they can to tan their bodies, right? They want to replace us, that's really looking at it. That's what they really want to do. They want to wipe us out and replace us. But it ain't gonna happen.
Too late for all that. You
Hey,
can't
it ain't
do
gonna
that.
happen. We went through that some time ago. Esau he rejected that. And the Most High knew that it was never on his heart to want to be of the covenant, right? The Most High knew his heart. Just like I say, before either of them were born, before Jacob and Esau was born, it was already chosen. The Most High
Right.
was saying that.
So how you gonna change that?
Hey, same thing with Ishmael and Isaac. Most High already knew the covenant gonna go with Isaac. Yeah, Ishmael your firstborn, but hey, it's gonna be with Isaac. It ain't going to Ishmael, firstborn or not. Right?
Hmm.
Same thing with when you look at Joseph, it was could have been Reuben. Reuben erred. Reuben fell from that as a firstborn.
Hmm.
Joseph had a greater honor than Reuben. Even Judah had the greater honor than Reuben. But that
And
don't
he
mean,
was the fourth son. Judah was the fourth.
yeah, number
Yeah.
four. And
Hmm.
that don't mean the Most High don't love Reuben or don't care about you know Reuben or anything. He fell from that spot, and more than likely the Most High knew, hey, this is how it's gonna go.
Hmm. You see that in even wealthy families where maybe they have five sons, and
Mhm.
you think because you're the oldest one you're gonna get it, or you no, he gonna give it to the last son, and then everybody hates him because daddy gave you all the money, and he's not sharing it.
Oh,
Is a reason. I have a client where I work. Now he's autistic. He have the problems, but he have five other siblings, and and the mom died and gave left him the money. The money. Oh, he left the dummy the money. That's what they say. Well, it's a reason because he knew her other children was wicked and evil. So they're gonna leave it to the one that she felt bad, she did him wrong. He's in an institution. You left it to the one that he don't have all his marbles. And everybody mad. It's whatever the parent want to do, what he feels is best. You can't change that.
okay. Oh yeah, just being that, like you can lose that the the eldest son right, man. The right of the firstborn, it could be lost, man. So we did a lesson with that. It can happen, right? But through all what Solomon did, letting his wives, turn his heart, for the sake of his father, the Most High didn't turn his back on him. And it's all the lessons for us to read and to learn, to learn from our ancestors' mistakes, man, where they stumbled at. You know, you think, man, this Solomon was, he knew all of this, he knew all of that. What? No, we'll make him do that. People get wrapped up in all type of stuff. It says all it takes is one moment for you to invite something into your mind, an idea into your mind, just for a moment, and you could lose everything. So all it takes is one time. You know, one time you can go out hanging with some people. Somebody put something in your drink. You smoking. Somebody put something in whatever you're smoking. If you're doing that, which is bad to do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's all it takes. Somebody you go hang out with somebody. You know they don't live a good life, but they know you want a better path than them.
Mm-hmm.
They get you wrapped up in a situation you can't even get out. One time,
Risking
that's
it
all it
all
takes
for what? Mm.
for nothing. Just for some momentary thrill. And you thinking that it's good, this is heaven, this is lovely, this is everything. Wow, never had this much fun in my life. Some people
Mm.
do things, get wrapped up in things, and it costs them their life.
Mm.
That's what we gotta avoid. So we gotta exercise wisdom. We gotta think, what is the scriptures teaching us to do in these situations? The answers are in the scriptures. You know, even taking care of your flesh, your body. You know,
Mm.
the answers are in the scriptures.
Mm.
What to eat, what not to eat. Answers is in the scriptures. What kind of clothes to put on, what material clothing to put on. The answers is in the scriptures. These are the things we running from that we need to know and we need to do it. And this is all wisdom, right? This is the Bible is the Most High's wisdom. That's what the scriptures are, right? YaHaWah is known as a living Bible. He was a living, walking, breathing Bible,
Mm.
right? The word of God.
Some of our people believe it's not because it's been tampered with.
Mhm. And
Mm.
just to say this, you know, what you bringing that out, and you can say the Bible's been tampered with, and we know things have been taken out of. We
Mm-hmm.
know this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if we just had the 66 books, there's still more than enough in the scriptures for you not to go off in the areas that you go off into. More than enough of that information, right? Most of the stuff that's probably been taken out is the history, like a lot of historical stuff. It's historical documents been taken out. But
If
besides
I'm
that,
correct, Salaki, if I'm correct,
go.
they ain't touched the Torah, right?
No,
Yeah,
intact.
that's the blueprint right there. So even if
Mhm. It's
it's
intact.
right there, the five books, even if you don't read nothing else, really, people it's crazy.
Mhm. And the crazy thing about it is our enemies use the Torah to deceive us. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm saying this because they know everything we shouldn't be doing because of the Torah. So what do? They present us with the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the Constitution, there's a law. I gotta get me a copy of the Black's Law Dictionary too. But it's in there. Homosexuality it's a crime. It's a felony. It's a felony. So this country knows it's wrong. You look on you look up what's that the mental illness. Look up the different mental illnesses.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be documented that homosexuality was a mental disorder. And the same people that lived the lifestyle was the ones that protest and get it removed.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it just shows this they know. They know. And then what's the purpose of going to other countries? Spreading it out to everybody else, right? This is the time where Satan is spreading his wings out to take these things and to broadcast it everywhere. Sharing that cup, got that cup of wine, that all that, the whole world drunk, the philosophy, the wickedness, right? To steer everybody away from exercising wisdom. And even though if it affects other nations, not just us, the more people that do evil and wicked, it makes it more, people think it's more right to go ahead into those directions. And you figure, hey, everybody's doing it,
Mm-hmm.
why shouldn't I join into the party? Everybody's having fun and living and being free. And if that's not your cup of tea, hey, it's this other club over here. We can join this club. You don't like that? Hey, it's this other club over here. And it's all different types of sin and wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
all different types.
Straight up Babylon.
Yeah.
Babylon number two. Yep.
What's that? Pick your flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the 31, which one you like?
Mm-hmm.
Because we know it's way more than that. What do you like? What flavor do you like? Hey, it's a club right there for that. Hey, okay, you like that? It's right over there. Make two lefts, you right there. Knock on the door. They let you right in.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But we ain't exercising wisdom at all. And I always like to tap into this with Solomon because just showing how he was wise, all it takes is a second for you to just blink. You know, you to be off your game for just a moment, and you fall. You fall into wickedness.
Entertaining it, yeah.
Okay. And the Most High don't want us to do that, right?